Artlist.io.
Oh man, you got the. Beats by
Artlist.io, I guess. What's up, y'all, man? We just been fooling around, man. It's your boy Danny. It's another episode of Danny's Dimensions. It's Saturdays with your boy Coach Rob. He's back, guys.
I'm back, man.
What's up, Coach, man? How you been?
Man, I've been busy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just
man, I know, man. You be getting it in, man.
And we got to, man. That's how we grow, man. You know,
keep working, man.
Yeah, just been off training, man, winning fights, you know what I'm saying? Preparing to win new fights. You know what I'm saying? Getting in where we fit in, man. Just focus, right? Just focus, keeping our head down and focus. That's all.
That's what's up, man. I heard you got you said you got 30K followers on IG. Shout out to you, man.
Dog, I don't know how,
nowhere,
but
man.
Right. I don't know how, but man, all glory goes to God, man. Everything we do. So
no doubt.
Wherever they came from, glory be to God. And I appreciate y'all following. I appreciate y'all showing interest in what we do, man. Like, we only trying to promote boxing, promote healthy living, and promote discipline, bro. That's what we about. Promoting God too.
No doubt. God first. Everything.
All the time. Everything.
All the time. Yes, sir. Man. Last week I did a live with I got a video coming out for you guys, so be in tune for that for Memorial Day. I'll have that finished. I'll do a breakdown, but man, last week
trash.
Loma-Haney.
Trash.
What's your thoughts, man? Yeah.
Trash. Loma won, bro. Pretty handily.
No disrespect to Devin. Shout out to Devin. He fought competitive.
Yeah, no, it was a competitive fight for sure. No disrespect there. No disrespect to Bill, except for when Bill said that the fight wasn't close and that Loma doesn't deserve a rematch. That's cap.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's definitely on some kind of drug, but that's all right. You know what I mean? People do what they want. They say what they want. I mean, you got to keep the people got to keep the keep the clout going. So congrats to Devin, man, on the win. But my opinion, man, he didn't win. That was really close to a robbery, if not a robbery.
Pretty close to a robbery, if not. I agree with that. I had it 8-4 at first, but then I watched it again, and I was like, let me be objective a little bit more. I only gave Devin one more round. I gave him the first, third, not the third, but I gave first, and then I gave Loma the next three, and then I gave some of the middle rounds to Devin. And after round 9, man, it was all Loma. Yeah, and how those three judges had it scored, all three judges had it scored for the 12th round for Devin Haney is beyond me.
Well, I don't think that Loma won the 12th round. I think that round could have been an even like 10-10 or something or whatever. Or it could have been a 10-9 Devin. I would say that. It wasn't Loma didn't win that round, but he won enough rounds, in my opinion, to win the fight. I had it 7-5. I had Devin winning 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. I think that's what it is, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 and 9. That's what I had. And I had Loma winning the others. But like I said, the last round was kind of a toss-up. So I can see where they would have given it to the champion in that round. But
they're going to give it to the champion for sure.
Yeah, even in their scorecards, bro, if he had won the 12th round, that still would have only given him a draw.
Yep.
So I was, so like I said, the scorecards were so like Dave Moretti needs to be fired and kicked out of boxing.
Yeah, what's up with him?
I don't care.
Yeah, 8-4 for Devin Haney. I defy anybody to tell me what 8 rounds Devin Haney wanted.
I don't care what anybody says. I mean, no disrespect to nobody, bro, but Dave Moretti is a terrible judge. He needs to be exited out of boxing because he is causing like decisions like this to bring a bad light on boxing, and people don't want to watch. Because it's like now we even have this, the Spence Crawford fight coming up. Everybody's all excited about it, but it's like people are still in the back of their minds like, am I going to watch this fight? Because it may be a spectacle, especially if it's in Vegas and we got Dave Moretti. What if one of these guys gets close to the 12th round and it's a barn burner and they steal it just like they did here with Loma? You know what I mean? Like I'm more opinionated on this fight because I've watched it a few times. I did some study on it. I watched it with the volume down and everything else, like people be saying to do. I'm not really ever like, caught up in what Tim Bradley and Andre Ward say anyway during fights, but
not really.
Still, but
especially
Tim's mad emotional all the time, and I mean, I already know what he's going to come with. They're obviously going to support Loma because Loma, was considered pound for pound number one as an ESPN at a top rank promoted fighter for a long time. So I get that they're gonna push him. Devin is only signed up to them for a couple of fights, and his contract may be over. I think if I've read that correctly. So my expectation is that, hey, look, they're gonna push it. But regardless, man. I watched it again this morning before we got on because I wanted to make sure I had, watched it thoroughly. Loma landed the cleaner punches. Even the CompuBox had him up in all departments. Landing more punches. I sent it to y'all in the chat. Landing more punches, landing the cleaner punches, and landing more meaningful shots. And he won 2 out of 3 championship rounds. So I really don't see how he lost. I mean, Devin almost went down in the 10th round. And in the 11th round, it was pretty close to the 10th. So I really
11th round, he almost had him. He had him pretty much hurt. He threw a feint, then he threw a straight right hand to the body, and then came back up with that right. And Devin was staggered.
He hit him with a barrage in the 10th round.
And, hit him with a barrage in the 10th.
Yeah, and so like I said, bro, in my opinion, it was very close to a robbery. The only reason why I'm not saying it's a robbery is because the 12th round, if Loma had to come out and done something more in the 12th round, maybe even get a knockdown, I don't think he could have won because it would have been a 10-8 round. He would have won literally by split decision by 1 point. But that's the only thing. Other than that, I see it as Devin did not win that fight. Bill is crazy for thinking that it wasn't close. Anybody that thinks it wasn't close, I will invite you to argue with me about it. Because that's nah. But it was a great fight though. Great fight for boxing.
Great fight for boxing. We got the boxing, but it messes up. It messes it up because of the fact that the result, didn't match what actually happened
at all
whatsoever.
Oh yeah, bro. And I forgot because I haven't given you my tag because like I don't know how crazy. I don't know how.
Okay. Yeah.
For our IG is at Man of War Boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, so just put that on the screen or something like that so folks can follow. But but yeah, bro, I was disheartened by that joint, yo. I actually lost sleep after it because I was like talking to another coach friend of mine, man, and we were just going back and forth over it, and we both were shocked at the decision. He had Haney up, he wanted Haney, I wanted Loma, so it was it was good times, but yeah, I wasn't happy about that decision at all.
Yeah, I don't really. Would it be that? Is that the one?
No. It's actually at Man of War Boxing.
Oh, Man of War.
Type it all the way out, right? Yep.
Got you.
Yep.
So follow him at Man of War Boxing.
Yeah, he'll throw it up on the screen here in a second.
Yeah. So why would you think that? I don't know. Do you think it was a hidden agenda?
No, I mean he's a champ, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to beat the champ. But I looked at it like this. I'm like, if you gave Tony Harrison that decision against Jamel Charlo in their first fight, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. I think that, like I said, I just think Dave Moretti is corrupt, bro, because this ain't the first fight. And they asked for him not to be one of the judges, but he still was one of the judges. They knew he was going to cheat.
Yep, they sure did.
He gets clean. Kleeman said it. He was like, we asked for him not to be added, and he still was added. So it is what it is now, bro. It's water under the bridge. But it looks like Devin's probably going to move up, and he's been calling out Regis Prograis.
Regis Prograis, yep.
And
he just said he talked to Eddie Hearn about it.
And with that being the case, that'll leave the vacancy open for Loma because he's still number one in WBC, I believe. So he would get a chance to fight Shakur Stevenson for the belts.
Shakur's number 2.
Yeah. So it will still be, Loma, man. I think he's had a great career. I think he started a little too late. But if you know anything about Eastern European amateurs, man, they didn't even allow their guys to go pro until the late 90s. So it's one of those things. That's why he has so many amateur fights and stuff like that, just because of how they run their system over there. Their amateur program, they not even having them go pro until late. So that's why so many of those amateur guys like the Usyks and the even the Postals and the Lomas, that's why they have so many amateur fights. So because I do feel like, man,
Loma had a lot of amateur fights.
Yeah, 396. Yes. So that's unheard of, bro. Like, I mean, most guys that go amateur, you're looking at 150, 115, maybe 200 if they've been in it for a while. But like I said, I'm saddened for Loma because I thought he did win that fight. I thought he did enough to win it, but no doubt. It looks like he still has some. It looks like he still has some. Some.
He has a lot left.
I wouldn't say a lot, but he's got some. He got some left. He probably has a couple of good
solid fights left in him.
Yeah, a few more decent performances under his belt that he can probably perform under. But shout out, like I said, shout out to Devin. Congrats on the win. Because on the record books, that's what it'll be, regardless of how bad the decision was.
I guess. Shout out to Devin, though. I mean, he did fight competitively. I will have to say. I think the main factor of this fight was the angles of Loma. I mean, angles, setting traps for Devin. Devin was more reactive instead of dictating the pace. He let the pace be dictated to him.
Yeah.
At times, he was throwing very successful body shots, even though they didn't seem like they were doing damage. They were. He landed 50 body shots in that fight. So, so he made a concerted effort to go to the body, which was a very good strategy for him. But Loma landed the more eye-catching punches, and also he landed them in rapid succession. And it was like basically 2-1. Yeah, where Devin was throwing one. Loma would land a 1, 2, 3, punch combination, and Devin would come back with a single shot, which would be a left hook.
Yeah,
something like that. And then
it would be a right hook. He was landing those to the body primarily. He didn't really use his jab much.
That's another thing. The Devin Haney, where was the Devin Haney jab?
I think that Loma took it away from him.
Yes, he did.
To be honest, I don't think he knew. Yeah, he offset him, and I think they prepared for that because most people that watch Devin fight, just from the eye test, that's really all he has is that jab. So it was good that he began to move down to the body. But I think that he was so discombobulated, even by the 9th round, when he was like asking his dad, like, yo, I'm confused in here. He's hitting me with 2 left hands now. Like, bro, what am I supposed to do? His dad just told him, hey, stick to the body. So, that was their strategy. Do I think it was a great strategy? No. But I thought about it. I was just telling my guys, because we literally just finished training. I was telling my guys at the gym, I was like, I said, I know what it was. I didn't even think about this until about 3 days before the fight, because my assessment before the fight was that Devin would pretty much beat Loma pretty handily. Like, it wouldn't even be a...
Yeah, we all... the funny thing about it? It's funny you say that, right? Because there's people who bet on Devin, who picked Devin. Like, I picked Devin. I think Adrian picked Devin. I think Johnny picked Devin. You picked Devin. Yeah. Boosie, he picked Devin. He bet on Devin.
Yeah, I was pretty...
Devin didn't win the fight.
Yeah, I was pretty secure.
Said Devin didn't win the fight. Who else? Shakur. He was ringside, and he wanted to smoke with Devin, and Devin kind of walked away from him.
Well, a lot of people said he lost. Nelly. A lot of people. Nelly said it, Joan. You said Boosie said it. Bud actually said it.
Nelly said he's not even gonna watch boxing.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this was such a big fight, such a good fight for boxing. I mean, we've been doing well this year. We had the Tank and Ryan. We had, we got the Spence Crawford coming up. We got potentially AJ. Yeah,
AJ versus Fury could be
AJ Fury, or even AJ Wilder in December.
Yep.
We just got Usyk and Dubois. I heard come up. So we getting some. We getting there. Boxing is kind of boxing's kind of trying to revive itself. So for us to have a decision like this one, you know what I'm saying? While boxing is trying to make a resurgence, it's stupid, and I really am tired of the powers that be. So when Egis Klimas was like, "We going after him," I was like, "Bet, go after him. You're probably not gonna win, but go after him because I think that it's worth it." You know, because these ridiculous decisions, like what was it, Rolly and Barros or whatever his name is, the week before it gets stopped because of a shoulder punch. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just bringing bad light to boxing that already has enough bad light because the guys don't want to fight each other. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And I'm really trying to get boxing back to where it needs to be because it's a great sport, man. For sure. But yeah, like I said, shout out to Devin, man. Congrats to Bill.
Yeah, no doubt.
Congrats, Bill, Devin, y'all, man. Hey, look. You know, I'm happy that you won. Congratulations on being undisputed. Hopefully, you stay around and get those fights. Excuse me, with Shakur and Tank. That's what I hope you do.
It doesn't look like he's doing it
but it doesn't look like that's what he wants. But I mean, you've been talking all of this smack up until then, so I hope that y'all stand by it and make it happen. Devin says he's his own boss. He promotes himself, he should. So he can do what he wants. So he should do that. I think that would really close it out well. His legacy at 135 if he were to be able to beat Tank and Shakur, which I do not think he can do.
Right. Especially based off this performance, in my opinion.
Tank would break his nose because he's seriously. I mean, first off, because it's so big, right? But Rolly said. Rolly said he'll OD, bro. He said, don't let him smoke your coke. He'll OD.
Oh,
but, that's what Rolly said. Rolly's an idiot.
Rolly's dragging it.
Rolly's an idiot. Yeah, but
wild, bro.
Yeah, but it's like,
to see if he moves up to 40, he's not gonna have. I don't think he has that much success there either.
Well, because he doesn't have the power.
Prograde,
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think Regis would probably bully him. Rough him up some, because this is another thing I was saying before just a minute ago. Haney's footwork is what made me start to reconsider him winning 3 days before the fight. Yes. I hadn't really assessed everything. I had just looked at Loma's last performance against Ortiz, and I was like, man, Loma's getting old. So I kind of was on like a casual type mindset with it because I just thought like, hey, this is gonna be easy for Loma, whatever. But then I thought about it when I actually sat and assessed it. I was like, wait a second. Loma's footwork is next level, and Haney's footwork is trash. So Haney does not have good footwork. So I was like, if Loma can get the angles on him like we know Loma can do and start fighting him at mid-range like we know he can do, then he's going to be a problem. And that's exactly what he did. And so I was like, okay, that's when I started to see that. I was like, yeah, Haney don't know what to do with this. And he even expressed it himself. He don't know what to do with this. The footwork, the angles, and the fighting at mid-range. He didn't fight him long, and he didn't fight him inside. He fought him right at mid-range where he could land nice, crispy, short punches that were disrupting everything Devin wanted to do. And they weren't hard. They weren't ferocious. They were just disrupting him. And that was all that he really needed. Like I said, I can talk about this fight for hours because I really sincerely think that he won. But more power to Devin.
More power to Devin. Yeah, well, let's talk about the fight that actually, we hope that will happen. They're saying it's official, man. We've been talking about this for years, man.
Yeah, bro, too long.
Finally,
it looks like it's gonna happen.
Terrence Crawford, Crawford-Spence. Let's talk about it, man. What are your thoughts on this?
You know who I got.
Yes, no doubt.
But I feel like, just talking about it with people, I don't really get to explain why. So I'm glad we're doing this because now it's like we can really break this joint down.
Absolutely.
And really share with you the reasons. Number one reason, the layers. Bud has too many layers. And he doesn't get the credit for his strength. He doesn't get the credit for his balance. He doesn't get the credit for the dog that he has. He has a junkyard dog mentality. He does not get the credit for those things. When I don't understand why, when he's knocked out his last 10 opponents at 147.
Everybody.
I don't care. I don't care if they were low level, B class, C class fighters, in your opinion. The fact of the matter is we're talking about somebody that came up from 135 that has slept everybody at 2 divisions higher than him.
Facts.
He was making 135, bro.
Right.
That's like Tank coming up
and sleeping
to 147 and sleeping everybody. That's like Ryan Garcia coming up to 147 and sleeping everybody. They're not going to do that. It's impossible. This just not going to happen. The power doesn't carry up like that. So people really be sleeping on Bud, and it bothers me because I'm like, y'all don't see the greatness in him. Now, Spence is no pushover. And if Spence comes to fight, it's going to be a tough fight. It's your Hagler Hearns. It's your really, I think it's going to remind me more of probably, I was thinking maybe not Hagler Hearns, but maybe Leonard, maybe not even, maybe Leonard Hearns. But I don't know. It's hard for me to assess against which fight I think it compares to, because I think it's in a category of its own. I really do. I think it's in a category. It's the best welterweight bout we could ever ask for, especially in the last probably 30 to 40 years. So I'm trying to figure out fights to base on. I can't really think of one.
There's been some great welterweight fights, in the past, like especially the Hearns and Hagler. I don't think De La Hoya Trinidad had lived up to the hype that much, because I think mostly it was De La Hoya giving Trinidad a boxing lesson and kind of running in the last 3 rounds because he thought he had to fight one. Yeah. And, it turned out to be a big robbery. Yeah. In favor of Tito. And so they were saying that was and this might be the biggest fight in the welterweight division since the 99, since that time.
I think so. Like I said, I think so. I don't see a fight bigger. There hasn't been an undisputed champion at 147 since who? I don't know. In the 4-belt era, there isn't one.
Tito. Was Tito undisputed? I don't think he was.
I don't remember. In the 4-belt era, I don't think there has been.
No,
right?
There's never been one. Never.
So that's why this is huge. This is huge.
The biggest fight in the welterweight division history in terms of the 4-belt era.
I think this is huge. Like I said, I think this will be a great fight. I think Spence has all the capability to cause problems. I just don't think he has all the capabilities to do anything harmful enough to Bud to get Bud off his game.
Nope.
Bud is a dog. So is Spence. But Spence is very, very calculated in what he does, but he's also very, very predictable in what he does. So I know what you're going to do, and if you can't adapt to what I'm going to do, it's going to look totally different. I know he's talking about it's going to be a one-sided beating or whatever. I don't think he really understands what he's about to get in there with if he thinks that. I don't think he understands. It's going to be a
one-sided beat, man.
That's what he said. That's what he said in his promo.
No way.
I don't think he knows who he's about to get in there with.
He's never faced anybody like Terrence Crawford.
No, and Terrence has never faced anybody like him.
That's true.
So, the only person that we can really compare on their resumes are the folks that they both have fought. And Bud fought Kell Brook, blasted him 4 rounds. And Bud fought Sean Porter and knocked him out in 10.
And who knocks out Sean Porter? Not many.
Nobody. Bud's the only person to do it. That's the only stoppage he has on his record. So people talk about Sean being washed and all this kind of stuff.
I hate that.
Sean was number 2 on ESPN rankings and number 5 in the welterweight division at the time of the knockout. He was in top 5. So who else is there?
He was elite. There was Ugas, Spence, Crawford, Thurman.
That's it.
And
all of those guys were champions. All those guys were champions. The only reason Porter even lost to Spence is because he got knocked down in the 11th. In my opinion, he was winning that fight.
He would have won that fight. Still won that fight, honestly, because it was a split decision.
I can say. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it. I don't think Errol looked good in that fight. I think Errol, and that's post his accidents and stuff. So unless Errol is really about to change up his game significantly, going to the body and that kind of crap, that ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna work the way he thinks it works. Because who has Errol stopped with any type of ferocity since Chris Algieri? No one. No one. Think about that. Who has
people are talking about the Ugas fight where he broke Ugas' face.
Ugas was a heavy bag. But that's how he fights anyway. That was a great style matchup for Spence. Somebody that stands right in front of him. It's a great style matchup for Spence. Somebody stands right in front of him, he's gonna treat him like a heavyweight, which he did. And if you stand right in front of him, he can absolutely hurt you because he's a voluminous puncher. My man throws 1,000 punches a fight. He threw over 1,000 punches at Mikey Garcia that fight,
and
still didn't stop him.
Didn't drop him.
Didn't even hurt him. So I don't know. Like I said, I believe Spence is a great fighter, but all his power stuff that people be talking about, he's so. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I agree. I have to agree because he calls.
Bud is knocking people out one shot, bro.
The
last 10 opponents.
Every welterweight.
The last 10 opponents.
Including his first entrance in welterweight when he fought Jeff Horn.
Knocking him out.
Knocked everybody out.
Getting him up out of there.
Got him up out of there. Brooke got him up out of there. Kavyauskas got him up out of there.
Porter,
who never been stopped, got him up.
Been stopped.
So people
I don't
anybody. He's fighting the best that he could possibly fight, and he's also fighting WBO mandatories.
And the best people he can possibly fight. Plus, he's did this already in 3 divisions, bro. Like I think people miss that. Like my man's has done this in 3 divisions.
There's only 5 people. There's only 5 people in the history of boxing in the 4-belt division era that's won all 4 belts. Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Terrence Crawford, Usyk. So I said 4 people. And Jermaine Taylor. Taylor. 5.
Well, you said Jermaine already. Yeah, you said Jermaine already.
So Bernard, Jermaine, Usyk, and Terrence Crawford.
But So it's a easy, like I said, it's a great fight. It's a great style matchup. It's going to be a great fight, but let's not sleep on either guy. But what I see more people sleeping on is Bud. So that's why I'm defending him this way, because it's like people sleeping on him. I'm like, yo, y'all really don't know what you're talking about. You really don't know boxing.
It's okay.
You really don't know boxing.
On July 29th, all that stuff is going to be put to bed.
All of it goes to bed, right?
All the talk, all that stuff about Terrence Crawford. I'm not even going to have to say I told you so.
Nope.
And if we're wrong, we're wrong. I mean, I've been wrong on predictions before. So
I've been wrong. I mean, it happens, man. But
I doubt this one, man.
I don't think so.
We was wrong on Devin Haney.
Yeah. I mean, but no, we weren't wrong because he did.
We weren't wrong, but we were all wrong.
Yeah, we weren't wrong on him because he did win, but it was a bad decision. So I wanted Loma to win the whole time, even when I had picked Devin to win. I wanted Loma to win, but.
Oh, okay.
I knew.
So you basically based it off of what version of Loma it was based more so than what version of Devin.
Right. Like I said, I kind of had like a casual approach because I really didn't like take a full assessment into each one of their skills. I just didn't really have the time, man. Like I said, I've been building fighters and been having fights and stuff. So it's like I really have not had the time. But when I did sit down and think about it, I was like, wow, this is going to be a much closer fight than what I thought. And I shared it with a couple of people, and I think I shared it in our chat too. And it did. And it panned out to be that because I actually thought about the skill sets in comparison to each other and what I've seen Devin have trouble with. The biggest thing that Devin is going to have trouble with anybody else as a southpaw that he fights at 135 is going to be the fact that he doesn't move his head. So that left hand, that straight left, if Tank lands some of the punches that Loma was landing, he's going to sleep. He's going to sleep.
It's crazy, bro.
He's going to sleep.
It's crazy how his head was like a Pez dispenser.
He's going to sleep. What's his name?
Smacked by jabs.
Yeah, he's going to sleep. I mean, Shakur the same way. He could potentially go to sleep, but Shakur is also southpaw and lands a nice straight left. He's going to sleep if he keeps his head there. Loma never really had power like that. He's a smaller guy. He has deceptive power, meaning that at times it's probably harder than what you.
He just overwhelms you. That's what it is. Overwhelming with his hand speed and his combination punching.
Yeah, exactly.
He's almost like Pacquiao with defense.
Right. That's
how I compare him to.
He overwhelms you, but yeah, man. I think, like I said, I'm not sleeping on Spence at all. I think this is a great fight. I think this fight will live up to the hype because I know they both won it and they both are dogs. So, but I got Bud. I mean, I got Bud winning. It should be pretty handily in the late rounds.
So you probably like 8, 9, 10th round stoppage. I have it Bud by 10th round stoppage.
If Bud can hurt him early, Bud starts slow. We know. I hope he doesn't start slow.
Bud starts slow. Yep, that's the only problem I have.
Yeah, so
But
like the
Spence
first
doesn't really start fast, really himself either.
if Spence feels like he can hurt you, he does. The first 5 rounds, the fight really won't start to probably around the 6th round.
Yeah.
The first 5 rounds are going to be them trying to figure each other out.
Yep.
Probably Bud switching back and forth from from southpaw to orthodox, just touching, feeling with the jab, landing shots here and there. I don't foresee either one of them just stepping in there and just start throwing bombs. I don't see that happening. It's going to be a calculated chess match until one of them figures out the other. I honestly, as much as I like Bud does not have the best or greatest defense, so I see him taking some shots. But Bud also has a chin. I've never seen him hurt. I've never seen him dazed, except for with Gamboa, but he wasn't even really dazed.
Yep.
But he wasn't really even dazed then. I mean, plus he was sucking himself down to 135, bro. Like, I mean, he's now 147, filled out full at 147. He's a strong dude. So I don't just see him getting like lit up by anything. No. We've seen Arrow hurt. Ugas hurt him. Ugas was getting wrecked by Shakur Stevenson in a freaking sparring video. Now sparring, of course, doesn't matter.
I saw that.
Sparring doesn't matter all the time, so I'm not saying that for all the boxing fans out there that think I'm comparing sparring to a fight. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that I don't care unless we just working light, there's no reason for me to be getting like he was trying. And Shakur was working this man. And it's because of Ugas' style. He's right there to be hit. And these guys are elusive boxers. They know how to point the shoulder, they know how to move, they know how to pivot, they know how to, transition and pace. They know how to, break rhythm. They know how to pivot, they know how to get out of the way, they know how to slip, dodge, bob, weave, whatever. They know how to put their combinations together. So they know how to do all this kind of stuff. So somebody that's just gonna walk you down straight with their hands up, bro, I'm gonna light you up. And that's what Spence did. That's what Spence did to Ugas. So I don't know, man.
Crawford's not gonna get hit as much as Ugas did. Let's be honest. I mean, he may not have the best defense, but his defense is not that bad. I mean,
no, it's not as bad as he's
and,
more.
My thing is Crawford with his ring IQ. I think his ring IQ is superb. It's superb to that of Spence. Now Spence does have good ring IQ. Mm-hmm. We're not going to take away from Spence's ring IQ, but Crawford's is on another level. He's like a computer. Mm-hmm. He literally, once he figures you out, fight over.
It's a wrap.
There's nothing you could do. He makes adjustments on the fly.
Yep.
Never seen a fighter like that in this particular era that we're talking about.
Teddy Atlas said the same thing. He's like, I've never seen a fighter adapt as well as Bud can adapt. Never. I mean, you just don't see it. It's not normal. I mean, Floyd was the adaptability king, really. I mean, now honestly,
yes, Floyd was.
And in all of my years of watching boxing, I honestly have never seen anybody make it look as easy as Floyd has. Yep. But Bud is in that conversation.
Absolutely,
Spence,
no question.
Like I said, Spence, I'm not sleeping on him, and I hate the fact that if anybody is sleeping on him, don't, because it's going to be a barn burner. Yeah. I see some knockdowns happening. Maybe
Spence has a good jab too.
He's a very good jab. He's able to pressure you, and that really is the only thing that I see him being able to do to Bud to get him off his game, to potentially even get him to win, is the jab and the volume of punches. He throws a lot of punches, but they don't always hurt you. But he throws a lot of them at once, and he places them well. His accuracy is pretty good too. So those things in mind, I think that, he could cause some issues to Bud early, but as the fight goes on, Bud, once he opens up, I just don't see how Spence is going to get past that barrage of just accurate, just hard. I mean, just come forward power that Bud possesses. I don't see it. But also, like I said, if Bud lays back too much, if Bud chills too much in this fight, it could be problematic for him. So it's really a 50-50 fight. Like I said, I got Bud winning probably late 8, 9, 10, maybe rounds, maybe a stoppage there, maybe a knockdown there. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be a great fight, man. I'm like super excited about this.
I'm excited, finally, with all the hubbub and the negotiations that's been going on for since 2016, 2017.
Yeah,
the back and forth. It's not going to happen. It is going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know how they got it to work, man. But I'm glad they did.
Man, it's crazy. We had some crazy days in boxing, crazy day in boxing too. Lawrence Okoli lost his title.
Dang, I heard you say that.
Lawrence Okoli got dropped 3 times today.
Who'd he fight?
What's the dude's name? I forgot the guy's name. On the top of my tongue.
It's a no-name guy though, because cruiserweight.
He was 17-1.
Yeah, cruiserweight's a bunch of foreigners actually.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys I don't know.
Yep. Billum Smith. He lost to Billum Smith.
Okay, I don't know who he is.
Yeah. So he got dropped 3 times, and he lost a majority decision, and he clearly lost that. I was watching it on Fight TV. Wow. And then Lee Wood, he won his fight today. Easy work.
Laura came in freaking 4 pounds overweight. So I mean, clearly he wasn't training.
Yep. And then we also had the fight last week with Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
What's her name too? Hannah Gabriel got caught on PEDs.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
So now
she the only girl some random chick. I forget her name. I saw it today. I forget her name though. But she the only girl to ever knock down Clarissa.
Really?
Hannah Gabriel's was. Yeah, she only girl.
Oh, yeah. Hannah was.
Yeah.
So she was looking to rectify. Oh,
right.
Marcela Cornejo. I know who that is. She's a good fighter, but she's not. No. Sorry.
Yeah, she's not Hannah.
No, sir.
Yeah, she's not Hannah.
No, sir. Not Clarissa. Clarissa's got tremendous skills.
Yeah.
Even though she only has 2 KOs, people talk trash about that, but no.
Yeah.
She's a good fighter.
Well, they got to understand too the coach she even has. Like John David Jackson isn't really a coach that coaches on power. He's I think she's still with him as far as I know, but he's not really that type of coach. So I mean, she's not going to have superpower. She's a boxer, and she just outboxes most of her opponents very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think she should get some power though if she wants to keep moving up in divisions, but she just doesn't possess a lot.
Yeah, and that's fine because she can still dominate fights anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I hear it's crazy though that Chantel Cameron beat Katie Taylor in Ireland in her hometown.
I know, right? I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
it happened.
Well, I think it was so one-sided, man. I didn't watch the whole fight, but I think it was so like you couldn't fudge that one. You know what I mean? Like I think they would have tried to, but you couldn't.
I think it was like 6-4 for her.
Mm-hmm.
6-4. And then, there's one fight that you forgot to mention was Inoue versus your boy.
Oh, yeah, Inoue and Fulton.
We got that coming up in May. I think it's May 20. May.
No, it's June. It's June 25th.
June 25th. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say, yep. June 25th. So who you got on that one, man?
I got Fulton winning. For multiple reasons.
Steph Fulton, guys. Shout out to Cool Boy Steph.
Yeah, shout out to Cool Boy. He's cool. He's cool people's man. I met him at the Tank fight in January when he fought Hector Garcia. Had a little chance to speak with him. I should have recorded it, but hey, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
talking about.
I'm not a media outlet like that, bro. So I ain't think about it. I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. And I'm a fighter. I mean, that's what we do. We don't record stuff.
Yeah, we don't go around being fanboys.
Right.
Because I remember I walked up to Eddie Chambers at the Adrian Broner fight and just dapped him up like he was a regular dude. It wasn't hey, can we do this?
No,
hey,
I was excited to see him. You know,
no doubt.
Yeah, but
Fulton is 21-0 with 8 KOs right now, and WBC. This is for the WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight Championship.
Yeah.
So, this guy.
I don't see it being a knockout, but I think that Fulton's
them Japanese guys though, man.
Inoue hits, bro. Inoue is
hard, bro.
Inoue is a problem.
I was watching a dude on the undercard of the Lomachenko. I forgot the dude.
Oh, Nakatani and Morley.
Oh, yes, sir. Nakatani, boy.
Yeah, that was a good knockout. That was a good shot.
Them Japanese dudes hit like they got bricks in their hands.
Yeah, some of them do.
That's the thing, man. If Inoue hits, Steph,
I think Steph's. But the thing is, I think that Steph's his boxing ability and his ring
Oh, he's a good
IQ.
boxer,
His
tremendous boxer.
his ring IQ is going to be too much for Inoue, and his movement and stuff. Inoue is a good come forward, hard hitting fighter against
Never
guys that
fought
don't.
nobody like Steph.
Yeah, against guys that don't have like I said, the slick movement, the boxing ability, the Philly style of Fulton should give him problems. Like I said, I think it'll be a good fight, but I got Fulton winning that one. It'll probably be a decision though. It'll probably be a
I think
decision.
so.
I
I
don't
don't
see
think
him.
Steph.
I don't see him knocking anybody out.
No, I don't see the knockout.
Yeah.
If there is a knockout, it would come from Inoue. But
Yeah,
Steph is the slick boxer.
yeah,
And he's his ring, like you said, his ring IQ is through the roof.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. He's got
a lot of people
solid
don't be
ring.
watching these bantamweights, man. You need to watch some cool. Y'all need to watch some cool boy Steph. Like
Yeah,
that
Steph is
dude,
nice.
he's
Steph is
real
nice.
nice. That boy's
Yeah,
nice.
I talked to him about it at the fight, and I was like, I said, man, I said, you gonna knock this dude out or not? He said, we're gonna see, man. I was like, I said, all right. I said,
He's going to Japan.
he's going to Japan to do it, so we'll see.
He's going to Japan. He's daring to be great, like a la Devin Haney,
Yep.
going to Australia to face us.
Cambosis.
Scambosis.
Scam
artist.
Scambosis. He got somebody coming up too. He's fighting.
I thought he was going to retire. He said he's going to retire if he lost to Devin.
No, he's fighting somebody. I can't remember the guy's name.
There's also I forgot who Cambosis was fighting.
I just saw it.
Nobody have any note.
No, it's not. It's not anybody real, but it's somebody.
Then we got Garcia, who's fighting Broly. What you think? Well, who you think about that one,
bro? Real rap. If you want my honest opinion, I think Rolly's gonna knock out Ryan.
I mean, I'm not even surprised. You know why? Because bad foot placement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just like what you was talking about with Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's foot was on the outside of Devin Haney's the entire fight.
The whole time.
And Devin, and that's a problem that Ryan Garcia has. That's why Tank knocked him out because he hit him with that. He was right in line for that straight left hand to get hit. And I was like,
Rolly's
he hasn't perfected.
No, well, Rolly's also orthodox, so I mean it'll be different in that sense.
Yeah, but wow, man, he's like a Mayorga.
Yeah, he's orthodox, but he's an orthodox fighter though. I think, right? Isn't he orthodox? He's not southpaw.
Yeah, he's orthodox. He's orthodox.
So I think it'll be a little bit easier for Ryan in that aspect. But I just like Ryan really did not impress me at all when he fought Tank because he just didn't show any layers. He didn't show any adaptability. He literally kept coming forward doing the same thing over and over again. And like no ring IQ, and that's what I think will be the problem. It's not because Rolly has ring IQ, but it's because if Rolly is bigger, he's stronger, he hits harder. I just don't know how Ryan beats him unless he catches him with that left hook. But Rolly doesn't generally get caught with a left hook. He gets caught coming in on something. It was actually a left that knocked him down from Tank. But it wasn't. I think it was. Yeah, it was a left. It was a left hand. Because he came in rushing with his chin in the air.
Rushing him with his chin like he always does.
So if he does that against Ryan and Ryan's in the right position to land that left hook, then that could be a problem.
It is.
That could be a problem.
100% rap. Forget about it. Ryan Garcia has been too focused on being a social media star than being an actual boxer. Yeah. I think that. Do you think that Derek James is going to make an impact? Now he's got a lot of people. Now he's got an all-star list on his roster now.
Well, I know Derek James got everybody now.
He's got Anthony Joshua now. He's got Garcia now. He's got Frank Martin. Yep. He's got Charlo. He's got Spence.
Yeah.
He's got some people to work with, but but the problem of that is how you gonna work with all those guys at the same time?
As a coach, that is very difficult to do. So I don't see them all getting,
especially when you got a lot of superstar heads in there.
As a coach, it's very hard to do unless he has a team that's helping him. I am a coach, so I get it. It's like that's very hard to do, to work with 4 or 5 guys that are elite level and try to get them all ready for fights at the same time. That's not going to happen.
That's tough. That's
tough.
I
do believe that Ryan will be able to learn a lot from Spence and probably from Frank Martin as well. Charlo, I think, just follows whatever Spence says. So I think Charlo's he's a good fighter, but I don't know. Anthony Joshua, they're all going to be learning, and they're all probably going to look more like Spence now. But I think that Ryan Garcia, the problem with him is that he doesn't like to work, and I've heard that through many camps now. Like Joe Goosen said it.
Eddie Reynoso.
Eddie Reynoso said it. Canelo even said it. So it's like, if he's not really training like that, I don't care who you get in your corner. I do not think Derrick James is going to make a big impact. I think we may see some changes here and there, but Ryan's been fighting the same way for years. You don't just change that in one training camp or with the coach.
It doesn't change the spots. That's what they
say. So, I mean, Derrick may have some good stuff for him that he can train him and teach him on, but I don't see it making a huge impact. I think Ryan is still going to come out and do what Ryan does the same way we've seen with every other fighter that switched up coaches, i.e. Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott. Malik act like he was going to be he's going to be this, creator of the Frankenstein. He's going to make this diabolical guy. And no, everything. And he's going to concoct this new experimental giant. No, everything that Wilder learned in that training camp was done by the third round. After the third round, he was Deontay Wilder.
You talking about the third Fury fight?
Exactly.
Man, that was done by the third round. After the third round, he reverted right back to his old style.
He was Deontay Wilder again.
Swinging wild, and look Paul for the jab, and look for the right hand. Yep, that's what he was doing.
So I could see the wrinkles that Malik was trying to put in his game, but he ain't stick to it, and that's the problem. If you're gonna get a new coach and you're gonna train a new way, then you have to be disciplined to the style that they taught you. If you're not going to be disciplined to the style they taught you, or if you're not going to stay consistent in the style they taught you, then there's really no need to get a new coach. You just stay with the same coach you're with because you're used to doing things a certain way. So if you're not a disciplined fighter in the first place, then you're just going to go to what makes you comfortable. You're going to panic. You're going to start because it's a lot of pressure in there. You got thousands, millions of fans watching you. Your belts are on the line. You've trained, but we all have bad habits as fighters. We all have bad habits, and sometimes we go back to those as a sense of comfort. And I see that that's what Deontay Wilder did. So it's like, really, when you get into a legit training camp, if you're really going to take it seriously, you have to really be dedicated and focused to what you're learning and apply it. Mm-hmm. Meaning that in training and sparring, you're not just getting in there throwing hands. You're getting there and working on what you practice, what you thought of, what your coach told you. That's what you're doing. It's not always hard sparring to get you ready. It's technical sparring.
What are you working on in the midst of sparring?
Right. I'm doing things repetitiously. I'm working on my jab repetitiously. I'm working on my hook repetitiously. I'm moving my feet repetitiously. It's things like that are going to change a fighter. That's what it needs. That's what it takes to change a fighter. Mm-hmm. And a fighter has to be on the same understanding. A fighter can't be like, oh, well, I'm going to come over here and learn a few things in this training camp, but when I get into the ring, I'm just going to go and do what I know. No, the purpose of you getting a new trainer is so you can learn something new and take that and apply it, meaning that you have to be just as regimented, just as disciplined, just as repetitive with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro.
Definitely not.
Like I preach this to my fighters. I'm like, if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. If that jab is working and he hasn't changed guarding or blocking that jab in the last 5 rounds, bro, why do you need to change what you're doing? He hasn't picked it up. He can't adapt to it. So if that jab is working and it's scoring you points, or if that hook, that left hook, or that combination that you working is working, do not change that.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep doing it until they force you to do something else.
Until they force you to do something else. Exactly. Because
I go to your B game when Plan A is working.
Plan A is working.
So
Plan A is working.
That's what it is. Did you see the fight on ESPN? Who fought on ESPN? Conlon. Every time he gets down,
did he win? I didn't see it.
He fought Lopez, and Conlon got knocked out. He got knocked
again.
That's what I
didn't see it, bro.
Bro, every time Conlon gets hit, he gets knocked out cold.
Bro, can you pull that?
He got slept by Lee Wood.
I didn't see that joint.
Bro.
I know he got knocked out the ring the last joint. He got knocked out again.
Bro, he got knocked out again. A right uppercut, right on the jaw.
Wow.
Right on the jaw.
Pull the clip up. Can you pull the clip up?
Yeah.
As long as we don't get no copyright issues, we should be straight, right?
Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, he got knocked out, bro.
I didn't even know that. I didn't see that fight yet. Like I said, I haven't been watching boxing for real. I've been slacking.
Yeah, man, that was a savage right uppercut, man. It's funny how you said
Wow.
again.
Yeah, I didn't know, man. I didn't
He said
know.
again.
Because I remember the last knockout, that was
Show you the
devastating
picture
to
real
come
quick
back from.
until I get to it. There's a right uppercut right there. There's a picture, but I'm gonna show you the actual thing.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. You see how savage that looks?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the yeah, that was right on the button too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up the ESPN thing. Yeah, bro, it was a savage shot, bro. Lopez Conlon. Who did he get knocked out by last?
I forget that guy's name. He knocked him out the ring though. It was a nobody. Like, I mean, it wasn't anybody special. Like, nobody we really know.
Nope.
He knocked him out the ring though. Like, caught him with, I think it was a left hook against the ropes, and he fell through the ropes.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, I gotta. Wow, I didn't know he got knocked out again.
Again, bro. Again.
And that uppercut was weird, bro. Like, how do you even
see where they threw it?
I'm saying, how did he not see that?
I have no idea how he didn't see it. None whatsoever, bro. Oh, they're already showing him down. Hold up.
Wow. Wow. My man sleep. Wow.
Oh, wait.
Can we watch the clip without getting the copyright issue?
I don't know if we can. I just wanted to show that. But yes.
I want to see the actual clip. Wow.
Bro, he's gone.
I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. You can turn it off. I don't want to see the copyright issue.
Yeah.
Let me hold on one sec.
No, yeah.
That's crazy.
You gotta watch it, bro. You got to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
I'm gonna let you watch that. Because he caught him with it was a vicious shot, man. It was a vicious shot.
That just happened today, right?
Just happened today. Oh, it was a vicious. If you see that, oh my God, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up.
Mick Collins, wasn't he an Olympian?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, he's getting destroyed.
He's a serious prospect, bro.
Didn't Lee Wood?
Look at how open he is.
Lee Wood destroyed him too, didn't he?
Yep.
Lee Wood.
Look at how open he is, though. Look at that. He shoots everything from. He shoots everything from long distance.
Mick
and leaves that, and he got that right hand just chilling.
Chilling, bro.
Oh yeah, he's open for that uppercut. I see that exactly why he landed.
He was landing some tremendous shot, bro.
He was landing some good shots.
A tremendous shot. That's a heck of a shot, bro.
Yeah, it hasn't come up yet. I'm still watching the other highlights. Wow, he's mad open though. Look at this. Oh yeah, he's very susceptible to uppercut. He already landed a few times and they were like ugly. Like he landed it from spots he shouldn't be landing it from.
Had no business, right?
Oh yeah, he's lighting him up with that joint. Yeah, Conlon needs some work. Who's his trainer?
Let's show this on Twitter.
Yeah, he was swinging it. He was swinging that joint from the second round.
I'm gonna change this playback speed on it and might make a difference.
He was.
There we go.
He was swinging at what's his name? Lopez was swinging that joint from the second round, and Conlon never adjusted to it.
Never. Boom.
Hey, look at it's not even
that uppercut. Oh,
but bro, he was landing that. He was shooting.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
He was shooting that joint, the same uppercut. Look, the same. He connected with it.
They threw in a towel immediately.
He was connecting with it in the third round. Conlon did nothing to switch up. This is what I mean by guys that don't know how to adapt, man. Like,
yeah, man.
And keeps that right hand down. Keeps that right hand down. He keeps both of them down, actually.
What a shot, too. What a tremendous shot.
Oh, man. He probably won't turn the volume down. I know they'll hit us with a copyright.
For sure. Yeah, it's off.
I got it up. Oh. I got it up. You can turn it off on there. I don't want to get an issue.
Yeah. So I just did it frame by frame to make it like slowed it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
He was throwing the same jump all night, and this is what
that right uppercut landed right on the button.
But this is what I'm talking about right here. It's like there's no adaptability. He literally was just doing the exact same thing he'd been doing the
over and
whole
over.
fight. It was and that right hand was, I mean, that right uppercut was just missing him every single time. So if I see that right uppercut is coming and I know he's trying to hit me with it, I'm gonna adjust. I'm not gonna keep like just coming the same way, bro. Like what the heck?
Who are these guys trainers, man?
I don't
You
know,
might need
man.
to
It's
pick up
just,
a world-class fighter on your
oh man,
on your level.
all I gotta do is if I can get one of my guys to go world class and I'm good, and then that way I can get
Oh
they
yeah,
they
get
can
some
they start looking at us.
some big time notoriety then.
Yeah, that's what I want to do,
So the
man. Because a
last
lot of
guy
these,
he fought was
but that's what I
it
want to
was
do,
Lee
though, bro.
Wood. Lee Wood knocked him out of the ring.
Knocked him out of the ring. I think it was a left hook. I can't
It
remember.
was Lee Wood that knocked him out of the ring because that was his last case. That was his last loss. This is
No,
the
I know.
second.
Was it a left hook? I think it was a left hook.
It was a left hook, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. It said Wood. He dropped Wood in the first round, Colin down and hit out of the ring in the 12th in the 11th. And no, he knocked down 11th and then knocked out of the ring in the 12th.
That's crazy, bro.
Lee Wood destroyed him, man.
Crazy. So
Then he comes back and fights for a title and gets destroyed again.
another hype job.
Another Olympic hype job. An Olympic bet.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
What's next for this kid? He's only what? Oh, he's 30. He's already 31, and he only has 20 pro. Yeah, it might be a wrap for him, man.
I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, he's 31, bro. His first professional fight was 2017, so he was an older. I'm guessing he was an older amateur. His amateur record is 82-20. He didn't even have that many amateur fights. He didn't win. He lost in the quarterfinals of the Olympics in 2016.
Yeah.
So he was Olympian and he didn't medal.
He was a big prospect though, but I think
he got to the pros and he was. Oh, he got knocked out in Ireland. Oh, in his own hometown, he got knocked out in Belfast for the IBF World Featherweight Champion.
That was tonight.
That was today.
Oh.
On ESPN. I saw this while I was watching the Lee Wood fight. I was watching that. And I was like, "Oh, Lee Wood's outboxing this guy. He's outboxing this guy." So let me go change it. And then I was looking at it, and I turned just enough just to see him get caught with that right uppercut. And I was like, "Oh, again."
So it was a homecoming for him.
Yes, he got knocked out. Ireland's down bad. First
really
Katie Taylor, then him.
Yeah.
Ireland is hey.
Well.
Shout out to Ireland, but y'all down bad right now. Y'all, two of y'all media darlings just got beat.
Yeah.
That's not good. Dang. Well, anything new going on at the gym?
Man, we just focused on these fights coming up. We got 2 celebrity boxing fights coming up in June.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
So celebrity boxing, shout out to them. Shout out to Damon Feldman. Celebrity Boxing 1, those guys. They've got Roy Jones Jr. and Indio Champ fighting. I think it's the 30th. Of June.
You're going to the Roy Jones fight?
I may or may not be there. I mean, they'll take care of us if we decide we want to go.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, I probably will go. I think it's supposed to be in like Philly or something like that.
That's coming up June 30th.
June 30th, I believe it is.
June 30th, okay.
Because they've switched the date a couple of times, so I may be wrong or right. Check my IG out though, because I know I had posted something up about it a while ago.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So we got 2 fights coming up. No, 2 guys that don't have much experience coming out of the gym, and we're going to do that. Like I said, June 17th. So tune in on that. It should be streaming. So we'll be like, on. I want to say, I can't remember, bro. I got to look it up. I'm bad at promoting this. But either way, it'll be on their YouTube channel, Celebrity Boxing's YouTube channel. At some point, got a couple of young guys that we're looking at, getting ready to get prepared for the amateurs. And working, trying to get some of the kids ready, man. But and working on our new location. So those things happening. We got, like I said, we've got a pretty
new location, huh?
Yep. Working on a new location. We've got some good things going on, man. It's just hold on.
I'm looking at your page right now. I'm gonna share the screen.
Oh, IG.
Yeah, your IG for everybody to see.
Yeah, I'm crushing some.
This man got Man, you got 330. Yeah. You on your way up, man.
It looks that way, bro. I don't know how. But
30K, man.
Lord be to God.
30K. Only on 46 posts. That's good, man.
Yeah. Lord be to God,
Crawford,
bro.
you got the Crawford-Spence talking about. You got your warm-ups.
Yeah.
This man be getting it in, guys. He gets it in. He calls this light work, but it ain't light, man.
Yeah, well, we just working, man.
Ain't nothing light out there, man.
We just having a good time.
Ain't nothing light out there, man. Ain't no Floyd Mayweather just hitting the pads out here. When you go to Man and War boxing gym, it ain't gonna be none of that. None of that show stopping stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna work. I'm gonna put you through. But
shout out to my boy CT.
Yeah, Cam.
You know what I mean?
Cam, he's on the card. He'll be fighting. Tim Mitchell, he's another guy. He'll be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, we're just gonna have fun, man. It'll be in Atlantic City at the Showboat again.
That's what's up.
New Jersey will be out that joint. June 17th.
Oh, that's my birthday weekend. I might have to come up there and see what's up with y'all, man.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Be honest with you.
Yep, we'll be there. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a good event. We have a couple of other ones coming up. I think Damon has a few more of them planned. So next year we'll be looking at going to what you call it, the Bahamas, and looks like we'll be going to Dubai next year.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
So we're making some strides, man. We getting there.
Man, you doing big things, man. I'm definitely proud of you.
I appreciate you, man.
What you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Every time I get a chance to shout out you on this platform, I'm definitely gonna do it. So
I appreciate you, my man. Well, same thing. Don't forget about Danny, guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sorry, I know I'm crushing this beef jerky in your ear right now, bro, but I'm hungry, man.
But nah, man, if that's all you got, man, we gonna wrap the show up, man. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming by. Thank you for giving your boxing expertise and your knowledge on everything. And let's hope this Crawford-Spence thing actually, please.
Hope it happens.
No injuries, no nothing.
Hope it happens, bro.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Please. I mean, it got to a point where it's on ESPN now.
I think it's legit.
It's legit, man. It's legit.
I don't care how they got there. I'm just happy they got there. You know what I mean? When people like AD care about the contract. Right? Now people like AD care about the contracts and stuff, man. I don't care. As long as they sign and they fight, that's all I care about.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll be live. We'll be live in front of you July 29th for that fight too. Definitely.
Yeah.
My boy Rob's gonna be here. AD's gonna be here. We're gonna have Cruz here.
We're gonna go in.
We're going in. They're going in. We're
gonna go in.
Y'all be prepared.
We'll set up this debate. We'll set up this debate with AD too. I'm calling him out.
Rob versus AD. Call your cable providers. Call your pay-per-view providers.
I know it's light work. It's light work, bro. It's light work.
Okay.
It's light work because, and I'll tell you why. It ain't because AD doesn't have knowledge.
No, he does.
It's because you can't really defend Spence against Bud based on their legacies and based on their careers. You just can't.
I mean, Spence a three division champion, and Bud's a 3-division champion, and Spence is not. So
their careers are very, very. I mean, Bud has done more that if he never fought Spence, he'd still be a Hall of Famer.
That's a fact.
So it don't even matter. But
that's a fact.
Nah, we just do it for fun.
And the only reason why, it's all gonna be all in fun, man. Yeah. The only reason why Spence will be considered the A side is because he has more belts. That's about it.
Yeah, at this division,
but it has more prestige in terms of accomplishment. So
he'll be a 2-time undisputed champion on July 29th. Mark my words.
I believe it. I believe it. All right, man. Shout out to your boy. Shout out to Coach Rob, man. It was great doing this, man. This is Danny's Dimensions once again. And we out of here. Peace.
Peace and love.